Hello, everyone. My name is Angie. I'm an energy psychology practitioner, and I'm here to welcome you for the first part of this three-part video series on emotional freedom techniques, or EFT for short, and its application for parents and their children. First of all, what is EFT? EFT is a gentle energy release technique which couples Western psychology with Eastern energy psychology. In other words, coupling a traumatic event from the past or a stress and anxious event about the future with a gentle energy release technique in the body. And the great thing is that this technique can be applied by everyone once it's learned, and it's super simple to use. I want to show you the various acupressure points. And to demonstrate this, I have the help of this wonderful tool, which is called Aquadopter. It's a tool which measures the meridian points in the body, so treats them. In other words, it measures the point of least resistance for the energy to flow freely. Once we free the stuck energy from the meridian points, we allow the energy to flow freely, and then we feel calm and at peace, and it also helps proper functioning of our body. First point is the eyebrow point. It's just the bony part, which is here. The eyebrow. Second point is the side of the eye point, which is the bony part. The third point is under the eye, which is again the bony part underneath that eye socket. Next point is up top of the lip point. Okay. Next point is the chin point. Next point is the collarbone point. So you just go down, center of the collarbone, and towards the side. Okay, there. The hollow part between one bone and the other, right here. Next point is under the arm, just right here. For the ladies, it's also known as the brow point. It's right here. Next point is the top of the head point, which is the governing meridian. That is what I'm at. Now, I'm going to show you how to do one round of tapping. Before we start what is known as the tapping sequence, we need to do our setup statement, and we tap on this. It was shown that just tapping gently on the point has the same effect as inserting needles in acupuncture. So we tap gently here while putting our setup statement, and this helps to lock the problem in place, to keep us focused on the problem, and to deal with subconscious resistance. We could have resistance towards letting go of the problem because we believe subconsciously that the problem is serving us. For example, we may believe that we need to be stressed and anxious in order to get things done. That might be a reason to hold on to that. Whereas in reality, once we let go of the stress and anxiety, actually we have the clarity to get things done efficiently and effectively. So let's use this as an example. Say, even though I feel so stressed and anxious about getting things done, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And we do this 2 more times. So we're coupling the problem with feeling of calm and peace. This is taken from cognitive behavioral therapy. 2 more times, even though I have this problem, so stressed and anxious and to do so many things, and the kids won't allow me to do things, and I'm just so anxious right now. I deeply and completely love and time, even though so stressed and anxious, I just can't get anything done. And on top of that, the kids always need something where they're always distracting me. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now we go to the points I showed you earlier. And we repeat the reminder phrase, which is the problem itself, this anxiety over getting things done. Tapping 6 or 7 times. Anxiety over getting things done 6 or 7 times while repeating the reminder phrase. Anxiety over getting things done. 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 Take a deep breath. You can also give it a little shake. And it's important to drink water because water helps the energy flow better. After doing this practice, you should feel a sense of calm, peace, and clarity. Now, why does this happen? Because when we are stressed and anxious, the fight, flight, freeze response gets triggered. In other words, our amygdala gets activated and it releases the stress hormone cortisol, and it reacts from our primitive ancestors where they were defending themselves from an attack. So the blood goes all the way to the limbs and goes away from brain, the heart, stomach, the reproductive organs get shut down temporarily because the priority is to defend from an attack. Problem is nowadays, we are not really under attack every time. So most of the threats are not really in the present moment and they're not even real. They're just perceived threats. So they're not serving us. And especially when we are in a constant state of threat, organs are impaired most of the time. That's why most of the time we get distracted, we forget things, we don't think clearly, we have digestive problems, we have problems with breathing, heart problems is a very common disease nowadays, and also infertility. For me, infertility was a big one, which when I became more calm and relaxed, I was pregnant naturally. When there is a threat, it's okay to feel under threat, but if the threats are perceived, they're not serving us. In scientific terms, when we are triggered, it's the sympathetic nervous system which gets triggered, so this response where the blood goes to the lips. When we are calm and at peace, it's the parasympathetic nervous system which gets activated when the blood starts to circulate normally again to our brain, our heart, and our organs. The last part, I'd like to deal with a couple of common questions. In tapping, use what we know as the subjective units of distress, or SUDs. We do this, we rate the problem on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the most intense and 0 being the less intense. We do this because EFT is so effective within minutes that we want to write the number down so we compare the before and after and we measure the effectiveness of the technique. Second, why is EFT focusing on the negative? We are natural, joyful, peaceful beings, and what is standing in the way are these problems we have. Once we clear away the problems, we come to our natural joyful state. It's like we're the blue sky and clouds are in the way. That's it for this video. In the next video, I will be demonstrating EFT for parents.